Hello there, Aquarius. Welcome to Diamond Dragon Lady. My name is Ariel, and this is your December 2023 overview reading. So we're going to look at everything that's going on with you. We're going to get some major oracle keywords and see what your energies are like as we wrap up the end of 2023. I am also an astrologer for those of you who haven't been here before, so I will sprinkle in some astrological information as we go through this reading. So let's start out, Aquarius, with some oracle cards. Dear Spirit, let's see what we have for Aquarius. Anything they need to see for their highest and best good for December 2023. All right, so your key word is purity. Aquarius, attune your energy to purity of thought, word, and deed. It may be time to purify yourself, purify your environment, release old baggage or anything that has outworn its use or purpose in your life. So this is definitely kind of a clean sweep sort of energy with that card. Let's get into your numerology. Let's see what special number comes up for Aquarius, please. And we have pride. So Aquarius, also this is the time to balance pride. We have the number 1 and the number 9. So the number 19 is, a balance of two elements. One is very much new beginnings. The 9 is closures and endings. And when you add those up, we get, a 10, and we get the number 1 from that. So it is a very strong new beginning thing. Don't let ego or pride get in the way of your direction this month. Also, I would, anything I would just leave the ego out of it as much as possible, whether you're dealing with yourself, someone else. On the bottom of the deck, we do have the relationship change card with the number 56. That adds up to an 11, which is a master number. So this is very much about, there could be pride, or a pride dynamic or ego dynamic in a relationship that comes up to the surface, and something about that has to shift or change in order for things to grow further. Let's get into a crystal or gemstone. Let's see which one of these will be best for you to work with for the month. And we do have the rutilated quartz, one of my favorites. I really love working with that one for connecting with past on loved ones and ancestors. I always like to keep one around when I'm doing readings, especially here, because it does help connect with that. It is a root chakra crystal, and it is that home card. So it's really about, grounding, centering, whatever feels like home to you, or whoever feels like home to you, Aquarius. But to me, this is a card that really connects you with any passed on loved ones or ancestors. On the bottom of the deck for this one, we did have the amethyst. I'm going to pull that one just for you guys, because I think that's a great crystal. That is the Aquarius birthstone, I believe, is the amethyst. So intuition, third eye chakra. This is a great card for clearing the mind and releasing anything that is causing a lot of compulsive thought. And Aquarians are definitely thinkers, so that's an excellent stone always for you guys to use. Next, let's get into some ancestors and spirit guides. Let's see which one of them is wanting to help you out the most this month. And we have the Divine Director here, Aquarius, intervention and purpose. This is a card that really connects you with, the director of who is the best spirit guide for you, truly. Divine intervention is coming. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. Wow. So I almost feel like there is sort of something this month intervening that reminds you of who you truly are. It tears away the false pride, false ego, false sense of self, and it really shows you what is most important to you. Interesting. I think it's also something that will make you a whole lot happier. That's just the feeling that I get with that card. It's like, it may feel a little jarring in some ways, because it's going to, reveal or, tear back or peel back layers, but it's going to feel much more authentic once you step into that new awareness. Let's get into a tarot reading for you guys. Let's do it. We've got 2 tarot decks. I like to clarify all of my cards, and I will be doing the Celtic Cross spread. So Spirit, let's see what we have. Show us what Aquarius needs to see for their highest and best good for this month as we close the year. All right, Page of Cups is at the heart of the Celtic Cross. So to me, this is communication, especially new communication. This could be hearing from somebody, whether they're new or old, doesn't really matter. This is Pisces energy. It is communication of a more spiritual or romantic nature. So, you might be exchanging text messages, communication with somebody, and it's very emotional, very spiritual in nature. Interesting stuff. Okay. All right, Aquarius. Let's go ahead and dig into this. So on top of the Page of Cups, we are going to clarify that. This can also be a card of forgiveness. You might be apologizing. Someone else might be apologizing. There could be this sense of like, I'm sorry about this. Please forgive me. That kind of thing coming in as well. Pisces is a very compassionate card, so definitely leave the ego behind and embrace the compassion, because that is what this card brings in, is compassionate communication. Ooh, and it's very happy. This is like someone you're happy to hear from. 10 of Cups, this is really bringing this sense of like fullness. I mean, 10 is, the ultimate, so it's kind of the, end of the cycle. So it's like the ultimate, point of all the cards leading up to it. So, this could be like super happy to hear from somebody, and it might really lead to something that, brings you a very, very deep soul happiness, heart happiness. In the immediate past, we have the King of Pentacles, Taurus energy. So I feel like you're coming from a place where you're trying to get your money back on track. Maybe you're saving a whole lot more, working a lot. This could be you working a lot more than you have in a while, Aquarius. So let's get a clarifier on him. Yes, and this is beautiful. I love this. 3 of Pentacles to me is all about teamwork makes the dream work. I've heard that from Minnow Pond Tarot. He says that about this card a lot. I like his readings. And, this to me is that teamwork. It's finding people that are on the same page as you, that you can work together with. So, I always love that card. So I think that you come into this month of December working a lot more. Maybe you have found some really good people to work with. It's just really turning a new page for you. It's just a really good vibe. Going into the immediate future, we do have the Devil card. This is Capricorn energy, so you could have some Capricorn stuff coming up. We also do have Capricorn season upon us. The winter solstice is going to be Thursday, December 21st. Sun will be moving into Capricorn that evening, and so that does begin our Capricorn season. So this could be a very deep time for you. I always say Capricorn season is a little bit intense for Aquarius, because it does transit that universal 12th house. It's also true if you have an Aquarius rising sign in your chart. So that hits that very sensitive Pisces house, which is very emotional. It's intuitive, it's dreamy, it's creative, imaginative. The Devil energy also says that it may be time to let go of anything that's been holding you down, holding you back, keeping you trapped to a cycle. Sometimes it's work, sometimes it's overwork, or kind of becoming a workaholic, or losing yourself too much in your job, as Capricorns can definitely be little workaholics. So just take it as it resonates to you, because this is a general reading as always. Not all the messages will fit for every single person. So let's clarify this little Capricorn Devil card. Let's see what's going on for you. almost felt 2 coming out, so I might just take that. Yep. There is something that you may be cultivating here. 7 of Pentacles. It takes some patience. It takes some time. Definitely something that takes some courage. So, if there's something that you're trying to either step away from or change in your life, it definitely takes courage and it does take patience. It takes both of those. On the bottom, what's going on with you deep in the subconscious is the 5 of Wands. So there is some tension, there is some friction. I would also say there's a bit of friction going on this month, Aquarius, for you, especially. Venus is moving into Scorpio on the 4th of December. That does put a square to your sign, and it does create some friction in social situations. There could be some tension that you may notice, but there is a bit of a tug of war going on within you. You may be really battling something within yourself. To me, 5 of Wands isn't like a huge, horrible war, right? But it's just that feeling of friction. It's that feeling of like, something just stressing you out from within. Let's get a clarifier on this. Yeah, and it could be work. Again, I would definitely, avoid losing yourself too much in work. You could be stressed out about work. That's just straight up truth. You could be worried that, am I really the best that I can be at my profession? Am I really doing the best job possible? Because the 8 of Pentacles is about quality craftsmanship, quality work, right? It's like really wanting to do the very best that you can. So there could be some tension for you within around that. Like, am I really doing the best that I can? And so I would say that, again, I go back to that pride card. You don't want to get too worried about, it's like there's that sense of pride that you take in your work, but you don't want it to turn into like negative ego or something where you just feel like, if I don't constantly do the best possible, then, it's not worth anything, right? Don't put that kind of pressure on yourself. So on the top, crowning the spread message from Spirit is the 4 of Cups. I do feel like there's something that just isn't working in your life right now, Aquarius, and it's really time to pay attention to what Spirit's bringing you. Look at that. It's kind of like, here's down here, whether it's a relationship, a job, a path that you've been following. And it's like you're waiting and waiting and waiting for something to reconnect or something to work out. And it just isn't. And your focus has been so drawn into those things that you're not noticing the really great blessing or new energy that's coming in. So I think Spirit's kind of saying there's something in your life that you're just over it. You're just sick of it right now. You're ready to put it down and start looking at what is actually going to work out a whole lot better for you. Let's clarify this one. And we have the 6 of Pentacles. So, this is anything that's not reciprocal. If the energy is off kilter, if it's off balance, if there's not a sense of equal give and take, or if your heart's just straight up not in it. That's really what this card to me says. It's Taurus and Libra energy on the 6 of Pentacles. And so it's like, you may feel like, I'm doing all the work in this relationship, or I'm doing all the work in this job, and, the other person is just barely meeting me halfway. That's a big sign right there. Or if they're doing it all and you just aren't meeting them halfway, that could be it too. But like I said, if your heart's just not in it, it's definitely time to look at what's coming in, because Spirit is definitely offering you a greater blessing if you have the strength to just look up and see it. Let's get into your suggested advice and approach. Ooh, yes. All right. Lots of wands here, Aquarius. Lots of fiery energy. And I'm trying not to stick that card right in the fire, right in the candle here. I'll put it to the side. So suggested approach is the Page of Wands. Embrace greater joy, Aquarius. Remember to laugh. Remember to play. Remember to have fun. If life has just become so serious, wow, this is really time to enjoy something. There could be something coming in too, because pages are messengers, and you started out with a page of cups. So this could definitely be, a message or someone or something new coming into your life that just brings you so much more happiness than you've had in a while. And we have the Emperor. So, it could be Aries energy, very strong fire. It could be just somebody that fires you up, right? It's like they just make you feel like taking control of your life, getting your life back on track. They remind you of what's really important to you. Really nice energy, but it's very fiery, right? Ace of Wands is what you need to know. So I feel like Spirit is definitely offering you a brand new beginning in life. This is like big, bold, new, passionate, very, very, almost sexual energy for some people. Not everyone's going to have that extra part of it, but definitely something that inflames the passions, and makes you feel like, yes, life is brand new, life is exciting again. That's what's coming in. Just a whole lot of fire here for you, Aquarius. And the Three of Wands. Boy, this is like you've been waiting for something to come in. It's like there's the ships coming in. It's like you've been waiting on the shore there, and it's like you've put in a lot of time, a lot of energy. Something has taken a long time, but here comes those ships coming back for you. So hopes and fears. There's the Judgment card. Pluto energy, which is really amazing because next month Pluto goes into Aquarius. It has not been in Aquarius for since the 1700s. It is a huge, huge transit. It's coming to a close. Pluto's been in Capricorn for almost 15 years, and now it's coming to your sign in January, on the 21st of 2024. So it's interesting that this card comes in because to me, the Judgment card, it is Pluto ruled, but it is also to me a card of second chances, rebirth, regeneration, especially after a big death cycle or a big transformation, or a big, sorry, I can't talk, I'm running over my words, comes in after a big transformative cycle. I think because it's in the hopes and fears position, there's a part of you that's really been hoping for a major change. But once it comes in, you're almost like, oh no, here comes this major change. It's like I've been wanting this, but also like maybe fearing it a little bit. So let's get a clarifier on this because it's a major, major cycle that's shifting. And that, of course, big changes can be kind of scary, but at the same time, it's very reinvigorating here. And yeah, Seven of Swords. Oh, to me, this is really like everyone's had the Seven of Swords so far that I've done a reading for December, which is interesting. I think that there is some element of the false self falling away here because the Seven of Swords is someone that's a liar, cheater, stealer, doesn't operate above board. And so I really feel like with this energy, it's saying anything that hasn't been truthful, anything that hasn't been honest or genuine or authentic, it has to go, right? It can't go with you to the next level. Seven of Wands on the outcome. And I always say the outcome is not the end of the month necessarily. I mean, it's what we're looking at as we come to the close of December, but it is the stepping stone for the next action. So Seven of Wands, there is some defensive energy. You might have your guard up a bit. But this is definitely a card that says you do not have to fight every battle that you're invited to. Pick your battles wisely. Not all of them are worth fighting. Some of them, it's like are worth standing up for, and some of them it's better to just let it go. There's no reason to continue fighting it. Let's get a clarifier on that. And we have the Five of Pentacles. So, I'd say as well, it's like don't fight for something that's keeping you living at the bare minimum. That's exactly what I'm feeling coming into my mind looking at that. Because the Five of Pentacles to me is like being left out in the cold, not having what you really need, needing to change your direction, right? It's like if you're out in the cold, it's like it's time to go around the side of that building and get inside where the lights are on and it's warm, you know? So it's like, don't fight for someone that's only offering you breadcrumbs, you know? Go inside where you can get the whole loaf of bread. For real. On the bottom of the deck, wow, that's some power coming in. We have the Chariot and we have the Wheel of Fortune. Your sign is one of the signs that's embodied in the Wheel of Fortune, and it is a Jupiter-ruled card. Jupiter is moving into direct motion at the end of the month. We're actually starting our new year with Jupiter direct, which is really nice. I would say that this is huge movement towards personal self-development and growth and understanding who you are. Things are coming out of stagnation. The wheel is turning, Aquarius, absolutely. And it's big. It's a big new change that's coming in around the corner for you. So get ready. Release anything that is not meant for you. Release pride, release ego, release anything that is not truly what you are, truly authentic to yourself. Beautiful and yet very powerful reading. There's a lot of new energy coming in. It's like a whole new life is being offered to you. You know, something that could make you very, very happy. And it may just start with a simple conversation, a simple exchange of messages. So let's get into an affirmation to wrap this reading up for you. Ooh, and we have communication. And this is our Chinese sign of the rooster, which is akin to Virgo energy. So again, purification and cleansing will clear the air. So communication is important. Use your powers of communication to win over others. Convey your thoughts through empathy and articulation. Your voice has to be heard because the matter commands attention. Patient and skillful communication is needed at this time. So it is definitely time to speak your truth. Crow it out, let it out, Aquarius, because things are in powerful motion. They are getting ready to transform in big, big ways for you, but Spirit is bringing through a lot of blessing along with that. So have an amazing December, and I'll be seeing you again very soon. Take care.